Well, hello there, boys and girls. Get cozy, grab your snacks, and tuck yourselves in real tight under those fuzzy blankets. That's right, tonight's bedtime story isn't about charming frogs or magical fairies. No princes, no dragons, no happily ever afters. Nope. Tonight's story is strictly for the dreamers who want to drive a Benz by 30. The future power players plotting city council runs, and the ones asking, how do people get rich without ever getting caught? Because what I'm about to share isn't Make Bilovitz's real-world strategy dressed up in loopholes and legal jargon. Tonight we're talking about the art of cleaning money. That's right, babies. Money laundering, storytime edition. So fluff those pillows and clutch your piggy banks, because this tale involves ghost-written books, rigged royalties, and a blueprint for how people flip dirty cash into clean income without ever breaking a sweat or a law. Let's start at the top. Books back in the day, they were sacred. They educated the masses, sparked revolutions, changed lives. Now, some of them are just glorified laundry baskets for crooks. Sounds wild, right? It's like, how could a little paperback be involved in crime? Let me explain. Self-publishing platforms like Amazon KDP have made it easier than ever to publish a book. And I use the word book very loosely. We're talking 15 pages of gibberish, maybe generated content, or even stuff pulled from Wikipedia and rearranged to dodge plagiarism detectors. No editor, no oversight, no gatekeeping. I just hit upload, slap a price tag on it, maybe $199, $499, or even $999, and boom, it's live, ready for customers. But here's the trick, those customers, they're not real. They're the author, rather the scammer behind the book. Dirty money drug, cash, stolen funds, illicit bribes gets funneled right back into these books. The scammer uses those funds to buy their own fake publication over and over again. Each transaction looks like a legitimate sale. The platform takes a small cut, and the rest is paid out as royalties. It's genius in a devious kind of way. On paper, it's just someone selling a book. In reality, it's a money wash cycle with zero soap and a lot of spin. And here's the kicker. Some people don't even write their own fake books. They hijack real authors' names and bios. They steal profile pictures, forge reviews, and publish under someone else's identity. The real author only finds out when they get random royalty statements, confused emails, or see a strange book floating around with their name on it. And then the scam's already made its run. And don't think this is just low-level scammers, hiding behind anonymous accounts. This playbook has made its way into politics too. Yes campaigns, PACs, elected officials. They found a way to finesse the system and keep their hands technically clean. Picture this, a politician writes a book. Nothing groundbreaking, just enough to say, I'm an author now. Then their campaign or a supportive organization buys thousands of copies. Not for voters, not for libraries. It's just bulk buys to pump up royalties and keep the cash in-house. It's not called a donation, it's a book purchase. Looks clean, smells legal, feels slimy. Let's talk about a real example. Former Baltimore Mayor, Catherine Pugh. She self-published a children's book series called Healthy Holly. Catchy name, right? Well, she managed to sell hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of those books to companies tied to government contracts. Hospitals, school boards, entities with ties to public money. Guess what? A lot of those books were never even distributed. They just sat in boxes. The books didn't matter. The paper trail did. That's the game now. Whether you call it money laundering, wire fraud, bribery, or just political maneuvering, that's up to the prosecutors. But what matters is this. Everything looked perfectly legal. On paper, it was just a book sale. Behind the scenes, it was a handoff. A hustle. You see, this stuff slips under the radar because the loopholes are too neat. No one's handing out suitcases full of cash anymore. Why do that when you can just support the arts? You want to funnel money to a friend without raising? Red flags. Don't send a wire transfer. Just buy 3,000 copies of their $300 ebook. Boom. All clean. And while Amazon and other self-publishing sites claim to have security systems, they're not designed to police intent. Their job is to process sales, not investigate where the money came from, or why a 12-page pamphlet costs more than a week at a luxury resort. Their bots can spot typos, but not motives. Reviews? Faked star ratings? Bought? None of it's real. And that's the point, these books are meant to be bought, not read. To be fair, not every overpriced book is a scam. Some weird niche books go viral. Some political memoirs sell big when tied to a movement. But when you see a book with no cover design, zero press, no word of mouth, no present, and it's selling for hundreds of dollars, ask yourself, who's buying this? And more importantly, what are they really buying? Because money laundering doesn't wear a ski mask. It wears a 5-star review and an add to cart button. And look, I joke, but this is real. The loopholes are out here. People are getting rich while everyone else is sleeping. We'll never see it coming because it looks like business. It looks like entrepreneurship. It looks like ambition. And one last thing, just when you think this story couldn't get any weirder. Someone like me drops a video like this and jokes about publishing their own overpriced book too. Pre-order. Now y'all, just kidding. Shut up. Calm down, I'm not dropping a $999 coloring book. Yet anyway. If you made it this far, you're officially smarter than most folks trying to clean their money through poetry collections. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want more messed up bedtime stories. And remember, if their nostrils are wider than their whole nose, don't trust them. Good night and sweet shady dreams.